Hi Scorpio, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading. Hope you guys are all well. I do want to take a second, Scorpio, to remind you that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every single Scorpio out there. So guys, just take what resonates for you and leave the rest for someone else. Remember that the energies can reverse. So if it's resonating for you, Scorpio, you get in where you fit in. But as always, don't force yourself into a reading that's obviously not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Scorpio? All right, Scorpio, you're starting out with the Three of Pentacles reversed. You have the Queen of Wands reversed. And coming out together is the Devil along with the Knight of Cups reversed. So you're dealing with something toxic. I do feel like it whatever this is, it kind of broke down an established foundation. You feel like someone broke a contract with you, whether that was a physical contract, a spiritual contract, but there's some sort of a sense of a contract having been broken. I do feel like you're feeling some kind of way about this, and it does have to do with love as well. I do feel like be careful, because some of you guys are out here doing, you know, some spell work. You just need to know what you're doing if you're going to delve into that stuff. Be careful with that, because having the Devil together with the Queen of Wands in the reverse, that's some pretty negative energy. So be careful that you're not delving into something you don't fully understand. With the Knight of Cups here reversed, there's a love offer that you feel, you know, either didn't come through or you've pulled your emotions back. I do feel like you're being a bit uncooperative in the situation, but with cause, because you're dealing with something toxic here. I don't see you taking action on this currently. So let me see who is in your energy. Show me who is in Scorpio's energy. All right, the person in your energy has the Two of Wands. They may live at a distance. We have the Queen of Pentacles reversed. That would be Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And we have the Empress. That would be Libra or Taurus energy. So Taurus is very strong. Now, the person that's in your energy, I do feel like they are feeling a deep sense of loss. I can see where there's been an ending here. They're feeling a very deep sense of loss. That ending could have been affected by a mother, a baby mama. There's something to do with maternal energy that has affected this, and you feel like it's very toxic. Yeah, I definitely see that. Now, I do feel like normally this person is in a good energy. This is somebody that does know their value. They do know their self-worth, but right now they're not very stable. I feel like, you know, this ending has destabilized them quite a bit. So let me see. Show me the energy between Scorpio and this person. They could be also kind of putting you on a pedestal, Scorpio. Show me the energy between Scorpio and this person. Show me the energy between Scorpio and this person. Okay, the Hierophant, Taurus, very strong Taurus energy here. With the Hierophant here, you may have been married to this person or in a committed connection. It could also be that you're seeking advice from someone that you would highly respect. Show me what's affecting this connection. Because the thing is it's still... Now, for some of you, it could be that one of you is already in another connection. The Five of Wands. So what's affecting the connection is there's a lot of conflict. And neither of you are happy with that conflict. It could, I'm telling you, I'm getting a deep sense that one of you is involved elsewhere, if not both of you. And there's conflict over this. It's almost a power struggle. It's a push-pull between the two of you. There's internal conflict as well, and neither of you are happy about that. Show me the outcome for Scorpio. Ace of Pentacles reverse. See, there's this new beginning that's trying to come in. However, it's not coming in because there's a lack of stability. There's some toxic energy that's here, and it's being influenced by others. So I'm really getting this deep sense that one or both of you are in another connection. Bottom of the deck is the Sun. This is underlying energy, and it does indicate that clarity is coming. Everything that has been hidden is going to be exposed. So let's clarify this reading. Spirit, want to see Three of Pentacles in reverse for Scorpio. All right, Four of Wands reversed. You may work with this person. Eight of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, and Temperance. I feel like even if you were involved with someone else, if you were already in a relationship, I feel like you've ended that. You've ended it because you're showing up here as single. So at this point, you're not, it doesn't look like you're the one in another connection. You feel almost as if you were spiritually guided to this person. You may even feel this is a spiritual connection. Now, if they're in another connection, you're asking them to put the effort into ending that so that they can become single and then balance this out. Let me see. But I feel like you definitely have recently gone through some sort of an ending and become single. Show me the Queen of Wands. All right, we have the King of Cups, and we have the Two of Wands in the reverse. So you're disagreeing with this person. That's where this conflict is coming from. Because you're saying to them, I love you. However, you chose a different direction. You chose to go towards someone else. And they're saying, no, that's not true. I chose you, but yet there's still this commitment that's between the two of you. So I get where this power struggle and the conflicts are coming from. So you've chosen not to take any action towards this person right now because of the power struggles, because of the conflicts, and because, quite frankly, you're feeling some kind of way. And you're not trying to engage yourself any further in third-party energy. So let me see the bottom energy. Hold on. Yeah, Seven of Swords. It's a forbidden love. This is a forbidden love. The Wheel of Fortune and the Queen of Wands. This is a forbidden love that started out as a third-party energy, and you're now wanting to move it forward into a positive direction. You have the feeling or the idea that the two of you were drawn together, that it was fate, that the two of you were supposed to be together. But this person, it's become a power struggle between the two of you because this person is still holding on to someone from their past or from a previous connection. When you met, both of you could have been in other connections. And if that is the case, you ended that. If it's not the case, you're expecting this person to end this other connection and they're still holding on to that person. So this was a forbidden love. And at this point, you've pulled back because of the toxic energy, but it doesn't stop you from loving them, and it doesn't stop you from being attracted to them. Now, here's the thing is that, you know, when there's a powerful, powerful attraction that is here, and it is based in the physical attraction came first, but I do feel that you definitely fell in love with this person. So you're wanting to move it forward, but you're aware that it can't move forward in the same energy that it's in. So let's look at their energy. Show me the Two of Wands here. Because they're disagreeing with you that they chose someone over you. They're saying, no, that's not true. They choose you. There's a third-party energy, Three of Swords, and the Seven of Pentacles reversed. So they're telling you, no, I choose you, Scorpio. I'm not investing in this connection, and yet they're still in that connection. But they're telling you, no, I'm not investing in that. I do choose you. I'm making plans. And right now they're saying, you broke my heart. I've been broken here. Why is the Queen of Pentacles in reverse? Why is the Queen of Pentacles in reverse? They could be involved with somebody and it has to do with finances or money. All right, we have the King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and the Nine of Cups. All right, so yeah, this person, I do feel like this person is going to reach out to you. It does appear that they're being truthful. They're going to tell you either that this person that they are currently with, it's a financial arrangement, and that they want to be with you, that you are their wish fulfillment, or they could be telling you that they are ending that because you are their wish fulfillment. Either way, you're the person they want to be with. And I will say they are being truthful about that. So I do feel this person has you somewhat on a pedestal. All right, let me see the Empress. Show me the Empress. Page of Swords reversed. And the Page of Cups. Yeah. They absolutely have you on a pedestal, and they do have feelings for you, if you were wondering. They do have feelings for you, but they don't know how to move this forward. They look at you like you are the next best thing to sliced bread. I mean, they're looking at you as someone who has it all. Everything they could ever want. So I do feel like this person is telling you, yes, I am planning to address the situation, but they don't quite know how to go about doing that, which, you know, and they're not telling you how they're feeling about you right now. I do feel like they will, though. All right, let's look at the energy between Scorpio and this person. Show me that's too many. All right. Yeah, the Hierophant reversed and the Ace of Wands reversed. They're also telling you that they are not sleeping with this person that they're in this commitment with. They're probably telling you it is for financial reasons right now. Yeah, and they are saying, I'm not invested in that connection. I know I'm still in that connection. I know this is third-party energy. I know I hurt you. However, I'm not sleeping with that person, and it doesn't look like they are. And they're also saying, you know, you hurt me when you ended this. I do see that the reason you ended this, though, is because you want them to become single. You want them to end this connection to work on balancing this out with you. And it looks like that's where this, you know, struggle between the two of you is. Let's look at that. Why is the Five of Wands here? All right, Justice, Libra energy, and the Three of Coins reversed. Now, that was your first card out, Scorpio. And so basically the issue between the two of you is that you do deeply love this person, but you feel that they chose this other connection over you, and therefore there is no stability within the connection with you. You want them to end that connection. And you've been very clear with them, and I feel like it's been quite a lot of conflict between the two of you. There's been a lot of fights over this. You almost feel like this person ended the contract between the two of you because you feel like this is like a predestined connection, and you feel like this person, you know, broke a contract with you and chose to go with the other person. And they're saying, no, that's not true. That's not what is happening. Now, and you also want them, if they are married, you want them to legally file to dissolve that connection. And they may be telling you, you are the person I want to be with. I do choose you. I do want to balance this out. And they're telling you, I have contacted an attorney possibly. I am pursuing this in the legal courts if they are indeed married. But I do feel like there's been a lot of conflicts between the two of you over this. they do want to balance this out. And they are being truthful when they say that you are their wish fulfillment. So I can tell you that. It does appear that either the other person is financially dependent on them or they're financially dependent on that other person. There's something to do with finances and money. But you're not willing to work this out with this person until they follow through. So let me see the outcome. Show me the outcome. Because I definitely see that there's this new beginning that is trying to come in. But right now it's not stable and it could be affected by money. Show me the outcome for Scorpio and this person. Page of Wands reversed. Four of Swords reversed. Queen of Swords. And again, the Knight of Cups reversed. You feel like they're being dishonest with you about their feelings. So there is going to be a conversation. And it's going to be, that conversation is going to center around why this connection isn't coming together. This person's going to, you know, basically say, look, I think you're everything. You know, I have feelings for you. I do love you. However, you know, there's financial issues here. And they don't want to tell you that. They actually don't want to tell you that there's financial issues here. This person could be younger than you or just maybe more immature than you are. I feel like you're open to this discussion that's going to happen. However, your boundaries are very, very strong because ultimately you feel like this person is lying to you, that they're not being truthful about their feelings, that their feelings are deceptive, and you don't want to be in a toxic third-party connection. So this was a forbidden love, and this person now is kind of not taking the steps necessary. They're doing a lot of talking, but less doing. I will say that this person is pulling back. They're pulling back as far as talk. But I don't know if that's a positive or a negative, because I do see that they definitely do have the intention of resolving things. But are they going to do it is the thing. And I guess, you know, you're right to have your boundaries up. So I feel like you'll listen to them, but you're not having anything that is toxic. Yeah, and you're being very matter of fact about this at this point. You're doing head over heart, whereas in the past I feel like you kind of fell into this like with your heart. And at this point, you're like, no, I have to make sensible, you know, decisions for myself here. It's not about feelings. It's about, you know, stability. And there's no stability in this connection. So this conversation has been a long time in coming. And I do feel that it's going to bring some clarity. However, you're still going to be in process. I don't see this getting off the ground just yet. Yeah, bottom of the deck is the Eight of Cups in the reverse. This is underlying energy, and it does indicate that someone who's walked away from the situation is coming back in to bring the clarity. And I do feel like it may be this person. I do feel like the two of you are ideally suited. It does look like you're dealing with a divine partner here. They definitely have you up on a pedestal, but for some reason, and it looks financial possibly, this person is having a very, very difficult time moving forward with the plans that the two of you may have made. And I do feel like that's where the conflict is centered. All right, so I'm going to pull an oracle card, Scorpio. Let's see if there's any further information. All right, you have number 41. Now that condenses to a 5. And this 5 tells me that you are going through changes right now. So this is called unexpected visitors. I hope this person is not going to be doing a pop-up on you. I don't see a lot of travel. Well, their first card out could have been. All right, let me read that for you. If you expect the unexpected, you'll be prepared for miracles. Detours, surprises, and paradigm shifts. Expect the unexpected. No matter how detailed your plans are, and how clear you believe the road ahead to be, there are times when the best plans are waylaid by unforeseen circumstances. At first, detours may seem inconvenient, but a surprise turn of events signals that the adventure of life is beginning to get interesting. No one can plan for synchronicity, for fate and destiny to meet, except Spirit, who knows what you can't comprehend for now. Life is full of surprises, so stay on your toes and enjoy this exciting new adventure that you weren't expecting. There is a plan for your life that may not match up with your agenda. Ooh, so that makes me wonder if somebody new is coming into your energy, somebody that you have yet to meet that's going to really throw a monkey wrench into all of this stuff. Wow, interesting. All right, well, I hope that this has been helpful for you, Scorpio. If you have resonated with this reading, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and hype this video if you get the opportunity. Until I see you in your next reading, Scorpio, know that you are love. And namaste.